Number one is shear strain. What is the notation you use? Gamma is equal to rho theta by L, where rho is distance from the center to the wall. Okay, the material can be, the pipe can be a solid material. Okay, the pipe can be a solid material or a hollow one, right, with having a thin wall, right, or it can be any dimensions or shape, all referring to the distance from the center to the, or rho is referring to the distance from the center to the wall. Theta is the rotation, angle of rotation. L is the length of the member. Okay, so this is one equation. It's all in the slides. You can open and keep it because I cannot have too many things open here. Second one is the stress, the good old stress value. We denote that by shear stress by tau T times rho over J, capital J. Okay, here T is referring to the torsional moment, rho is the distance from the center of the member. Okay, axial member. Always remember the rotation takes place along the or parallel to the or longitudinal to the axis of rotation. The axis of rotation is just longitudinal, not perpendicular like the other way you studied in other bending moments and stresses. Here it is longitudinal, about the longitudinal axis. The rotation is happening above the longitudinal axis or central axis of the member along the length, right, or on the layers or the tangential direction. And this one is the polar moment of inertia. Why it's polar moment of inertia? It's because of the shape, the resistance offered by the shape of the material. Then it is called moment of inertia due to the polar area, not the actual solid area, which is always the usual one you calculate. Sectional moment of inertia, which you studied in statics and dynamics. In this torsional, the behavior is due to the shape or the layers of the member or sections of the member. Hence, it is called the polar moment of inertia. I will give you the list of polar moment of inertia. I think I have provided. If not, I copy the slide here for you. So this is how we can calculate the shear stress. And then third one, angle of rotation. Last one is the angle of rotation, which is theta. Again, that is defined by TL over G times J. So in all calculations and application, either one will be given or two will be given, other two will be asked, right? Left side will be given asking for right side or vice versa, right? The theta is referring to the angle of rotation. T is referring to torsional moment. L is the length of the member or the pipe. I repeat once again, having given in the syllabus it is for a circular member, I go only for circular member. And J is the polar moment of inertia. So these are the equation you can remember. I will write once again when we do the calculations. Let's read this question. What is given here? You are given a solid shaft. It's a solid shaft. It's already given. Filled material. It's not a shallow. It's not a hollow one with the inner and outer diameter. It's having only one diameter solid member. Support at C. Okay, it is supported at C. In your usual drawing, if you want to draw, you can also keep it like this. You can draw it like this. The support normally you put it like the one like fixed support, right? It is fixed here. Remember this point. It is fixed. The notation for fixed support. You can use it, and then determine the shear stress, right? It is fixed at the support C, this is C, and subjected to the torsional loadings, right? Torsional loadings means, torsion means moment, rotational moment, isn't it? So it's also given here. There are two moments acting at A, point A, it is point A and B, support and subject to torsional loadings, just torsional loadings, it is not mentioned where it's acting. Determine the shear stresses at points A and B. The point A is here, point B is here on the surface, and sketch the shear stress on the volume elements located at these points. Very simple one to start with, so that you can understand the other questions very well, right? Have you understood the given points? And this is the moment in which direction, if you keep the clock here, it will be anti-clockwise. And at this point, the point is not given, but just the location is given. At this location, the moment is acting clockwise direction. Okay, if you keep the clock this way, facing this way, 1, 3, 6, and 9, this is anti-clockwise and this is clockwise, opposite direction. Remember this so that you can correctly substitute the values. Right, let's move on to the solution. You are going to find out the shear stresses, just a direct substitution only, direct application of the answers for this. Write down the given data if you want, otherwise we proceed with, we just move with the given data. You are given with moments, 2 moments are there, locations not given but moments are given. Moment 1 is 800 Newton meter, right, at some location, let it be M1. M1, M2 is equal to 300 Newton meter, and then you have the 2 locations is asked and fixed at C, A and B, and then points, right? Row 1 and row 2 are there. Row 1 and row 2. Let it be row 1 and row 2 or row A. That point A is at point 2. At point, let it be in meter itself. We convert it into meter. Number 1, A is at 35 mm, right? It is at 35 mm or otherwise 0.035 meter. Please check with me. Correct me if I'm wrong. 0, another 0, right? Correct, right? Okay, 1000. And then another one is at 0 point, all right, otherwise it's at 20 B, yeah, at B. Point A is at 35 mm, exactly at the radius. The other one is at 20 mm. Row B is at row B, yeah, at point B is at 20 mm or otherwise 0.02 mm. Okay, 020 also you can put. Do you understand the meaning of this one? This cylinder is like this from the center, and the point, this is the axis of center, right? Axis along the center. Point A, it is somewhere here. Okay, somewhere here. One moment. Point A is exactly on the surface, equal to the radius, right? Equal to the radius. Point A. Maybe you can say I cannot give you, or in this direction you can say. So point A is here, point B is somewhere here. If this is the center, point A is located at 35 mm, point B is located at not at 35 mm. If it is reaching here, it is 35. Otherwise it is, but the value given is 20 mm. Point B is here. Okay, do you understand these points? In this view, you can understand where the point B and point A. Okay, 2 things are given. If you want, I can mark in red. This is point B, this is point A on the surface of the element. Find out the stresses at this point and also draw the stresses. That is your question given. All right. The required answer is, stresses at find the stresses and also the sketch. Shear stress at A and shear stress at B are asked. Okay. Okay. Solution. Very simple one, direct substitution only. Nothing difficult. You can follow. Start with, we know the formula, right? The shear stress is given by shear stress at A. Let it be A and B. Shear stress A is given by, what is the formula? Torsional moment at A, right? And the distance. The distance is, our distance is rho, isn't it? Rho over G, polar moment of inertia. Okay, I will provide you the list of polar moment of inertia. You don't have to remember or mug up thing, but it's good, or if it is small equations, you can still remember. Nothing difficult for you. For a circular section, right, just put it like this. For a circular section, polar moment of inertia is given by, polar moment of inertia is J is given by pi. You can write in terms of pi d square or pi r square, which is simple. This one, after all cancellation, you end up with pi r squared, pi r power 4, pi r power 4, pi r power 4 over 2, after all cancellation. If you want to do diameter, some textbook, if you refer, they are giving in terms of diameter. Okay, if you are writing in diameters, it will be by 2, right? D is actually, R is actually d by 2, diameter by 2, power 4 divided by 2. If you want to simplify this again further, you will end up with pi d power 4 divided by 2 power 4, right? 2 power 4 is 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. You will end up with 16 times 2. So if you want to denote by diameter, it will be pi d power 4 times divided by 34. You can represent either in terms of diameter or in radius. Convenient way is radius. I make it very simple, right? Let's substitute in this equation TA rho J. Okay. Instruction. It's not going. Okay. Let's substitute the value pi. Can you substitute, all of you? Are you working together with me? Are you there, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Answer. Substitute the value. All are there. I have given polar moment is there. Rho is there. Now the direct substitution is moment at A. Let's see the diagram. Moment at A is given. Torsional moment at the location A is 500, isn't it? Or otherwise, we cannot calculate. Let us see this one. I have to do some calculation here. Line diagram, easy for us always. Let me draw the line diagram. Oh, it's running here and there. What's happening? It's in the mode, right? Okay, tablet mode. Right. Let me draw the diagram and easier for you. There is a rotation at this point about 800 Newton meter, and at this point is another anti-clockwise rotation about 300 Newton per meter. Right. We need to do some manipulation here to find the actual value. I already told you this is negative, this is positive. Am I right? Anti-clockwise and clockwise. Remember this point, right? Coming to the point, our points are here, right? B and A in the cylinder. It is supposed to be somewhere here. B, let it be here, and A somewhere here, isn't it? Somewhere at this point, nearly this point, according to the diagram, somewhere here. If you draw the line sketch or free body diagram, your locations of the points and the moments are like this: A and B. Write it clearly. A and B. Come on, let's do this. What does it mean? A member is rotated. Imagine yourself, this member is rotated at this point with the 800, at this point at 300. Automatically the whole section will tend to rotate about this, isn't it? Because it's fixed here. The rotation at this point will be 0 because there is a resistance upward. Starting from here, away from this support, there will be a rotation value increasing or decreasing according to the additional moments that is coming in and the sectional response. Accordingly, the whole member will be subjected to a torsional effect, starting from 800, going to 300, and then to the support. Okay. In doing so, we are asked to find what will be the value at this point and this point, right? When you are here, when you are reaching here, right, there are 2 points given to you. When you rotate the member, automatically from this point to this point, the member will be subjected to 800 or less, relatively less, isn't it? Relatively less. So approximately equal to, technically speaking, it is not exactly 800 at A, at B, okay, although the location is a bit away from this end, but there is no other moment. It is approximately equal to 800 Newton meter. Moving on, all this member will be subjected to 800 unless or until this point, okay, until this point, until nearing A, it will be acted upon by 800 Newton per meter. At A, there is nearing to the A, there is another moment which is coming over. So you will have a less 300 because negative, right? This is positive, this is negative, anti-clockwise. So the net value that is acting at this point will be positive 500. Nearing A, it will be 500, right? After this point it is less 300, so moving until the support it will be carrying the value of 500 or relatively equal to the 500. The sectional member will be subject to these type of loading. Any question here? Do you understand the distribution of the torsional moment? Accordingly, when I want to solve the point on the surface of the member at A or location A. Location A is, I repeat, exactly at this point nearing to support or after the moment 300 Newton meter on the member, and point B is just away from the end of the member, which is after 800 Newton meter being applied. Okay, in this case, number one solution will be, or I just put it as Roman letter. Number one will be torsion at B. It's easier to calculate. Rotation at B, distance and J, polar moment J. What will be the rotation at moment B? 800, because it's the end, right? Away from the support. And what will be the distance? 20 mm, right? I write it as 0.02 mm or meter. And then my polar moment of inertia, have we calculated, noted? Let me substitute here. If you want, you can calculate separately. Pi r square. What is the radius of the shaft given to you? Radius of the shaft is 35 mm. Okay. So radius of the shaft is 35 mm, which is 0.035 radius of the shaft. Power 4. Okay. Our value of torsion is power 4. Power 4 divided by 2. No need to hold divided by, just divided by 2. Okay, can you solve and give me the answer, all of you? Stress at B. Simple calculation and analogy that you need to adapt. How much is shear stress at B? Are you there? Quick, please. I write for A similarly while you calculate for this. A rho times, this is rho B, point of B, point of A, and then J is common because same shaft is analyzed, right? So again, this one I already calculated the net value, which is we found here 500. It is not other value. It is 500 only at this point because it is reduced by the another moment acting. If it is not there, then 800 only you have to substitute, because another moment try to reduce the clockwise action. Then you have net value 500. The distance what be A will be tau A will be 0.035 divided by pi by 2 times same moment of inertia, polar moment of inertia. If you want, you can calculate separately this value and substitute it. What is the unit for shear stress? You can get me in megapascals or kilonewton per meter square. Get me in megapascals. Diagram, okay. I cut the section here. Okay, easy for us. Let's do the cutting section here at point A. You're asked to find out the stresses and draw the section, values at this point, isn't it? The value here, I just draw the diagram cutting section here. Okay, drawing the cutting section here at A and then at B. Okay, let's draw the cross section at these 2 points. It will be just a diagram like this. Okay, I draw one by one. This is one section. Okay, your stress distribution 6.7579, which is at the wall, right? I can directly draw at the wall at this point like this. To use the other color. So stress distribution will be at the wall exactly, going inside, and then like this. Okay, this is a stress distribution diagram for the section at B. Okay, shear stress at B is equal to 6.79 megapascals. Okay, like this. You can shade it if you want. Okay, distribution will be all through the diameter until the end across the cross section. When you go to the next diagram, which is at B, okay, which is at A is at certain distance, right? 20 only, not covering until the wall. So if you repeat the same sketch here, if you repeat this, or I do it on the same sketch so that easier for you. I use other color, blue color. Okay, blue color. At B, if it is at A, if it is B, B is at the end, right? Oh, I need to move a bit. B is at towards the end. Let me check. Oh, at some distance only. So above that is your A. But A is not fully covering, right? I can draw until only inside. I can draw only inside portion like this. At some 20 meter only, not all, isn't it? I draw it separately. What's happening, larger? Just leave it. I do separate one. Hope you understand the A, right? I repeat, it will work. Repeat everything. I draw for the B section B. That's it. Okay. When you draw separately for B, it will be like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. Total line. Okay. When you look at the section at B, okay, section at B will be inside, and add to this, it is not to the wall but inside somewhere here, right, above A, which is somewhere here, a small section which is inner, right? The stress distribution will be inner, not up to the wall. So this is at A, shear stress at A, which is equal to the value 7.42 megapascal. So you can then draw it like this, the distribution, the locations. If you want to draw it inside the diagram itself, also possible. Let me try to do this one. So the stress distribution will be, see here, at this point, if you cut a slice of this one, it will be like this. It will be like this, a slice at A. Okay. If you come to at B, if you come to A, okay, it will be like this at A, at B. And if you do it at A, it will be something like this only. So, because at 20 only, right? It is not up to the diameter, but only covering distance at 20. Okay, I'm just taking the slice at A, at point. I cannot give a big diagram as a slice only, a slice at point, because it is section, right? It is for the section like this. Okay, section. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Any question here? If not, move on to the next question on gears. If the gears are subjected to the torques shown in, last time it was a one shaft, 2 moments, now 3 moments, a little bit increase. Position also increase. Determine the maximum shear stress in segments AB and BC of this shaft. The section of the specification is given A36 steel. There are steel tables that you will have in your subjects called RCC and other structural analysis paper. Exactly. That time you will quite often use this. I think you would have used in moment of inertia, right? For finding the section values, you would have used those tables, steel tables, to code books and manuals. But here it is directly given what type of steel it is. A36 steel shaft is given. The shaft has a diameter of this. Okay. What are the given data? Is, you can consider and say support condition is not important in the case of torsion, right? But if it is given, you work for that. Otherwise, you assume that there is support at one end. Okay, I will start working from one end, saying that the support is located at this point. Given data. You have 3 gearbox. It's a component of the car. which is rotating and translating the power to the engine. 3 gear wheels are rotating. The torque was given. A have 300, B have 100, C has 200. And you are asked to find at the shafts, isn't it? I write the torsional moments. TA is given as 300 Newton meter and TB is given as 100 Newton meter. TC is given as 200 Newton meter. Okay, the required, what are the diameters given, right? Diameter of the shaft. Again, that you need to take from the code. I will explain one by one. Right. What are the other things given to you? Oh, it's already given. 40 mm diameter is given. The shaft diameter. Diameter we can put it like this: 40 mm. Regular section, no change, and no hollow solid material. Okay, and then you must, when I say 40 mm 4 centimeter, you should be able to imagine. And then required answer will be required solution or answer will be you need to find shear stress distribution, because it's a section, it's not at a point. AB, shear stress distribution for section AB or a portion from A to B, and also shear stress distribution for a portion B to C. Okay, to differentiate only I brought these type of questions. Last time you said you calculated for a point, now it is for a section. Let's do one by one. You need to understand, it's just a two-step calculation only, but the thing is you need to understand well how the values are assigned and how you are taking the net value at that point or at the section. Okay, let's analyze one by one. Better because the section, you are given with one shaft, one uniform shaft, no change in the shaft from A to C or the whole point of interest in this question. Let me find solution. Let me find the polar moment of inertia first, because it is common for all, right? Polar moment of inertia. Polar moment of inertia is equal to, that is same for all this section. So I can calculate conveniently by using the formula. What is this? Pi r power 4 by 2. Remember, simple things you need to remember. Can you give me the answer, please? What is the diameter? Diameter is 40 centimeter or 40 mm, or radius will be 2 mm. Can you give me the answer, please? Torsional moment at AB times the distance is rho over J, right? Yeah, yes, J. Can you calculate yourself if you know? Similarly, you can go for BC, which is also torsional moment at BC. Torsional moment at AB. You take the diagram separately, easy for you. There is a ring. There is a ring like this, and the center, from the center the shaft is coming out, right? The shaft is coming out like this. All gone. Rotation. This is center. I assume to be center, and the rotation shaft is here, right? I cut at this point. My cutting point is at moment 300, isn't it? 300 until B is 100, right? Okay, this point is A for me, and this is A, B, and there is a 300 moment acting clockwise or clockwise. When you fix this clock here, it will be clockwise. Okay, it will be clockwise. When I fix the clock here, it will be clockwise. 300 Newton meter, isn't it? Okay, until this point it is going to be 300 Newton meter. After this only it starts with the new value, which is your 100 value. Okay, I am taking only this portion in the beginning. I am taking only this portion. Okay, when you do it, you will have a section like this. You have the moment, you have the same moment carried until this point, right? And this point is also just before the support. It is subjected to 300 Newton meter as well. Am I right? So I can conveniently substitute for AB as, okay, I'm doing for AB, right? AB. I'm doing for AB. 300 times 0.02 divided by, what is this value? 2.5 power 10 power till the point before. After this is 100 started B. Forget about it. We are asked to find out until AB, right? Finishing AB or just a layer before the second wheel, it will be subjected to 300. So I am assuming the throughout the section is 300. I conveniently calculated the sectional torsional moment, shear stress as AB. Okay. Next point is BC. BC also I substituted value. What would be at BC? Let's draw the diagram easy for us. The reverse, reverse, because already having one diagram here. I just got it like this section, and then another circle here. I need to draw the circle. Assume to be circle. Don't laugh at it. Try my best. A member and a circle. Okay. At this point there will be a shaft. A shaft is like this. This is the point at 200, acting in this direction, 200 Newton meter. Okay. This is the point at B. Am I right? No, C. Point at C. And this is my point at B. Am I right? Point at B. You need to calculate. I put another circle here at point B. My circle is like this. Seem to be circle. Point B. This is point B. Okay. B. What is the moment here? 200 given, right? 200. How much is it? 200. Let me go here to analyze how this is happening. Can you see my arrow on the pointer? Wait. Where is juggling? Okay. Can you all see the arrow on the things? Can you see the arrow? Otherwise, you cannot understand. Can you see the arrow moving? Okay. You have to calculate carefully the net value at B. Okay. We are now going to find out at BC, between B and C, what is the net torsional moment acting at B and C, because it's subject to 3 times, right? At A one value, B one value, another value at C. Now our point of interest is between B and C, just before C. This is our point of interest, right? Let's calculate what is the value of torsional moment so that I can calculate the shear stress. Okay, when you start from here, at A it is 300, isn't it? At A it is 300. When it comes to B, it is negative. Near first is positive. Okay, clockwise. It is reduced by 100 Newton meter at B. This is at A, this is at B, and then moving on until this is the same value being continued. So the BC will have 200 Newton meter. Okay, I repeat, here is 300. Just before the point it is still 300, and then at this point, because of 100 added, this is added, right? Then from this point onwards it will be 200, 200, 200, 200, right? Relatively low. I cannot give you the exact value unless you have a software to analyze and show you the nice distribution. Seem to be 200, 200, 200 until layer before this wheel will be 200, right? Again, coming to this point, this is positive 200, right? This is negative, becomes 0 at this point. Technically it is 0 at this point according to Steinmetz equation. Is this clear? Are you understanding? Otherwise you cannot do your calculation. Later you're going to do your own calculation. You need to understand this better. If not, I repeat once again. There are point A, B and C. You are given with moments clockwise, anti-clockwise and another anti-clockwise. Okay, right? At this point is 300, at this point is 100, at this point is 200. Okay, starting from when you imagine they are twisted to this value 300, 200 and 200, 100 and 200 Newton meter. At this point is 300, started with it will start immediately after the wheel. It will start distributing the torsional moment. It will get twisted equal to 300 or less, or keep, because it's towards this value, right? It will be moving on with 300. Soon after it reaches this 100, because of opposite direction, change to 200 from this point. A layer after 100 will be 200, or starting from 100, right? Because I already substituted 200. If you draw, you will know the diagram. Start 200, 200, 200, and when it reaches here, 200, positive 200 minus negative 200 will be 0, as the system is rotating in its position with the given moment. Any question? Accordingly, I substitute the value here as 200, not the value of 100 at B. So for the section BC, started with, I draw once again here, there is a clockwise movement. There is a clockwise movement of 200 already acting at this point. But when it reaching, the net value I'm drawing 200 into 0.02. All are following? If not, ask me immediately. You are going to do calculation yourself. Very simple one. Unless you put hands to do it, you will not get familiarized. You will have number of questions if you start doing the examination. All right, how much is this? The points are clear to you. You are asked to find out for the section. Section also we found out by resolving the moments given, right? There is resolving the moments given at points and distributed to the sections. Okay, is this clear? Okay, let's move on to the next question. If no question, I move on to the next question. Let's do this one. It's another type, a simple, another simple one. The 60 mm diameter solid shaft is subjected to the distributor. Last time, very first time is in the distributor, point load, and then again point moment, but you are finding for the section which is again distributed. Now both are given to you. Both moments are given to you. Okay, so far we solve for point moment for different sections. One is at section at a point, another one is for a section, whole section like A, B and B, C. This time you're going to solve for two different types of moments itself, right? One is distributed, another one is concentrated or point torsional moments or loading due to moments are given. Determine the absolute maximum and minimum shift. Whenever they ask maximum, minimum and all, whatever the value you're calculating should be maximum. Okay, the formula holds good for maximum value. When you find out all the types of stresses acting on it, you are answering for maximum minimum stresses on the shaft surface and specify their locations measured from the fixed end C. Okay, they also given the value because you need to find the location from what you have to determine, which is C. You are asked to find out value from C, the point C. Okay. The circular shaft is attached to the support at C, and there are distributed moments of about 2 kilonewton meter per meter acting from C to mid of AB, and then at A, point A, there is here at this point, after certain distance there is or after point A distance there is another moment. This is first moment, this is second moment acting, and there are third moment, right? Three types of moments are acting in this. Try to understand the given forces and moments and the locations, right? The points where it is acting. Okay, three types of moments are here for this shaft fixed at C. You're asked to find maximum minimum stresses on the shaft surface and specify their locations. Come on, let's write the given data. When I put the clockwise, anti-clockwise like this, let's draw the diagram to know what is the net moment acting so that I can find out the maximum and minimum stresses here. These are the values given. because there are many, you need to have a free body diagram to understand how much is acting at each and every point. Okay, for that I have brought down this line sketch. Let's analyze in next direction, one dimension analysis. Accordingly, you will have the value of the moments, right, at each and every point. Okay, start from here. Let me start from A. According to Saint Manet's principle, it should vanish at C at support, right? Because the rotation is happening with the fixed support at C. At C, it should vanish. So let's take the moment from A until C. See whether it is vanishing or not, right? Start from A, end A, right? Before this is 400, right? At this point is a 400 value at this point. Can you see the cursor moving? Can you see the cursor moving? At this point is C, or in front of A it is 400 Newton meter, because still 400 Newton meter until A, because there is no change at all. Until A is 400. If I drove it, you please follow the same way that you are answering for your in your dynamics, statics and dynamics for bending moment and shear force diagrams. Bending moment point load means line sketch, distributed means inclined lines. Okay, here is anti-clockwise 40. It's negative, downward, below the axis or above the axis. I have to mark 400 for torsional moment diagram. Here you have written torsional moment diagram. For drawing torsional moment diagram, should I draw the 400 down or up? Negative. You follow the same sign convention. Okay, where is it running? Here. Okay, downward, and then positive, negative upward. And then moving on, because I don't have much space to explain here. You can have either this one or that one, but use the same notation, up or down, use the same notations. Positive means positive in the same, negative means in the same direction. After moving on here, this is 400, still continuing, but add up with another anti-clockwise, minus 600. End up with, what is the value here? Minus 200. You need to reach the minus 200. So another 200 will be here. 200, added 200. Am I right? I repeat, initially there is a 400 moment clockwise acting at A. Moving on, it meets with 600 Newton meter at this point in between A and B. Because it's in opposite direction, the net value will be calculated. The net value is minus 200. Being minus, I have to put up. Okay, and then moving on, if I move on, it is a distributed. It's no more a point load. Okay, distributed means inclined line, right? Automatically, it's the convention according to the sign and drawing convention. It is inclined line. How much is the value? It is a distributed one, right? You need to calculate the value for the change to concentrated one. So 2 kilonewton times, how much is the distance? 0.4. Am I right? 0.4 times 0.4, 0.8. Am I right? 0.8 will be the value. I multiply by 0.8 will be given. How much is it? 1.6. Am I right? 1.6. I write clearly. So at this point, it is changing to 2 times 0.8 equal to 1.6. Right? The point load acting in middle of this portion will be 1.6. All right? 1.6. How much? 1.6 Newton, kilonewton, right? Kilonewton. Change to Newton meter. It will be 1600 Newton meter. Correct? Because this is in kilonewton meter, right? Kilonewton. So we need to change to kilonewton meter to meter newtons. So I get 1600. I get 1600 here. So what will be the value, net value at this point? Will it maintain the same? No, right? When it crosses, it will be changing the value to 1600 minus, because the 1600 is positive or negative. Look at this diagram. Already you have negative, right? Already have negative, right? How much is it? Negative. At this point is negative 200, right? Negative 200. So negative 200 will be, the net value will be positive 400, 1400 Newton meter, isn't it? So it will cross this point. It will cross this point at 1400 until it reaches the point C. Okay, let me remove this for temporarily, so that I follow the same angle. When it comes here, it will be something like this. Okay, like this. All right, 200 at this point, and then 200 minus 200 here, and then reaching plus 1400 at this point. Is it clear, everybody? Please answer me, otherwise no point. At C, it will be like this. So this is the diagrammatic representation of torsional moment acting at this member as shaft with inclined line. I put a straight line and follow the same angle. Okay, clear? Any question? Based on this, our job is very simple. Once you know the line sketch, I repeat once again, starting from this end, right, the moment is acting at clockwise direction, right? I plot that first, because here is here also the same value 1400, but I don't need here. If you want, you can join from here itself, but our point of action is, the point of interest from A to C. From A you can also put like this from here, or from A it is 400 point loop, so I take it as a straight line, no change until it reaches a moment, another moment at 600 at this point between A and B. So it is continuing, hence I need to stop here and recalculate how much is the net value in between A and B, which is crossed by 600 Newton meter at this point, 600 Newton meter at this point. So I do subtract the 600 which is in anti-clockwise direction. I mark this as negative 600. I get 600. I cannot stop here. I need to reach minus 200. So my drawing will go from this point to this point. Moving on, this member, I cannot stop here because the member is again subjected to, I cannot have a uniform line. The member is again subjected to another distributed load of distributed moment of 2 kilonewton meter per meter. Hence I have to calculate. When you calculate the value 2 times, it's a loading, right? It's a uniformly distributed moment to the distance of 0.8. So I calculate the net moment, or the total moment that is acting between this point and C, or to the distance of 0.8. I get this value in kilonewton meter. Okay, and then I convert this into Newton meter, becomes multiplied by 1000, I will get 1600 Newton meter. So it has to be 1600 Newton meter at the center point, right? Center point, it is acted upon by clockwise or anti-clockwise? Correct only, yeah, I correct. Clockwise. 1600 Newton meter at the middle, between, at the midpoint of 0.8, right? At this midpoint. So another moment is acting, so I have to resolve for this. When I resolve, the value is like this at B. 1600 minus 200, because I deduct this original value between this point, then I get 1400. So I reach 1400 at this point at C. Is it clear? If you want, I mark the distances, so easier for you to understand. Hello. Can you all draw this sketch? 0.4 here, at 0.4 is this, and then at 0.4 is this one, at B, or another 0.8 at 0.8. I can say this value as 0.8. This one is at 0.8, somewhere here I can 0.8. This is up to this is 0.8, or I write this 0.4. Another one is between this is 1.10. How much is this? 1A and 1.10. Somewhere here, 1.10. At this point will be 1.10. At this point will be reaching 0.8 already. In between this point will be 1.10. You tally and see later. 0. 1.10, 1.10, and at this point will be 1.4. Distance I'm writing 1.4. Okay, any question here? I stop here. If you want, you can ask any question. I am giving 2 more questions for you to solve. Oh, we solved for this one or not? Not yet, huh? Oh, I got the net moments. Let me finish the question. Maximum, minimum, right? Absolute minimum or maximum? Absolute minimum. What will be the absolute minimum in this case? Come on. Anybody? Absolute minimum, minimum. Lowest moment acting at this point, or the stress that would be. See the diagram and tell me. Lowest value. Lowest means what? 0, right? The low 0 also there, right? In this diagram. When moment is 0, shear stress is 0. Shear stress is proportional to moment, right? You find out where T tends to 0. Automatically moment tends to 0. Shear stress tends to 0. That is the minimum value. Am I right? It is also having 0 at a section. At which section? Or tell me, I mean the value is already I have given, the minimum is 0. At which section? Roughly, you can give me roughly because you cannot imagine too much, but roughly you can say. I'm sure you can tell it from this diagram. The 0 crosses at which point? Roughly what distance? Or you rearrange and calculate, okay? But anyway, you cannot do it because already 0, right? You cannot use this formula to calculate for your distance. Roughly what distance? It's a guess only. You cannot exactly predict, but you can guess at what point it is becoming 0. Anybody? Point? Your point 4 is somewhere here. And next point 6 to 7. Am I right? 6 to 7. So the distance might be 0.7. Roughly, if you write 6 to 7, any value between 0.6 to 7, you'll be getting answer based on the diagram. Am I right? It is nullified or the stress becomes 0 or no moment is acting at x is equal to 0 is minimum to equal to 0 at x is equal to 0.7 meter. Okay, that is answer. 0.7 at this point is 7, then is 0.8. 6 also okay, 6 to 7 or 6 to 7.5 also fine, because I didn't draw to scale, you cannot find out. So this is the minimum value. Coming to this maximum value, there is a maximum value, of course, because the torsional moment is maximum. I mean, you find out the torsional max first, and then substitute with the distance, substitute with the polar moment of inertia, you will get it. What is your polar moment of inertia? Which is your pi d square. The shaft diameter is 40 mm, right? Shaft diameter. How much is the diameter of the shaft? I didn't get it. No. Diameter of shaft 60, yeah? 60 mm. 60 mm. Diameter of the shaft is 60 mm. Okay. 0.06. 0.06 meter square, right? And power 4 divided by 4 divided by 2. The answer will be, what's the answer? Quickly. Torsional moment. With this, I can find the torsional the shear stress max, which is my how much is the maximum value you achieve in this? 1400, isn't it? 1400 times the distance. Distance is how much the distance? Should this value please, and then get me the answer please. Are you getting this answer? Maximum shear stress is 33 megapascals. Okay, all of you check your answer.
Yes.
Good. At what point? Occurs at what point? X equal to? At x equal to what point? Distance from the support. Maximum value. Here itself, right? At this point from the diagram, at this point, x equal to 0 itself, isn't it? Because by maximum moment, shear stress produces also maximum shear stress immediately after the support at x equal to 0. This is the answer. So tau max is at x equal to 0 equal to and is equal to and is equal to or equal to 33 megapascals. Tau minimum is minimum or equal to 0, exactly equal to 0, is at x equal to 0.7, some distance away from there, and is equal to 0 maximum megapascals. This is the answer. I stop here. Any question you can ask me. If you draw the distribution of the, if you want, you can draw a cross section starting from 0. It will be maximum at the surface. The diagram is like this. That's it. Okay. Tau minimum, tau max. Can you try the remaining questions? There are 2 more questions given to you already. I will cover the remaining questions in next class, or I will try. I'm still preparing the videos. I cannot send you all, but I'm almost working some of the questions for you to work out. Keep the practice of completing the exercise given to you. This is the next question. Last time we found the stresses. Now you are going to find the against your stress at points. It is at points A and B. Okay, max and minimum. Last time we did max and minimum. Now at point A and B.